Hey, everybody, this is Mickey G. In this edition, Rodney and I continue to talk about our pharmacy nightmare, and we just can't talk enough about all the stuff on social media. Would you let your significant other have an OnlyFans page, knowing what goes on, even if it's going to bring in some additional money? But we talk about that and other stuff on this edition of Old Fools Talking Old School.
So I got on up and went over there. And I asked him, I said, well, do you have, my wife has the same medication. It's a lower strength. I said, do you have that? Oh, yeah, we got it. I get over there. I ain't even, first off, I get in there, get my stuff, right? Thinking I'm going to get that. And they said, sir, that won't be ready for 2 hours. I'm like, 2 hours? I'll be damn. And what I did was I got up and I put on a pair of jeans that I just wear around the house, you know. They them little skinny jeans Rosin bought me one time. I can't stand them suckers, but they get the job done. But anyway, I always wear a belt with them. I said, well, hell, I don't need no belt. I'm just going to run in here, get my stuff, and run out. I should have known. I get in there, they tell me it's going to be 2 hours. So I got to kill 2 hours rather than drive all the way back home and then go back up in there. I was like, oh, hell no, I got to go find me something to do. So I killed off 2 hours. Well, actually, I killed off an hour and went back over. I said, surely it's ready by now. And, of course, it was. But I'm like, man, you know, sometimes free ain't always kicked out to be, you know?
I know. That's why I say sometimes I'll just go downtown and get things done. And
Yeah.
I guess I look at it sometimes as, well, it is one of my benefits, so I'm just gonna go ahead and use it, you know.
Exactly.
Then I'm thinking, yeah, same thing. Well, you know, is it really worth all this hassle of me calling and talking to people? And one lady at the VA said, oh, Optum should have never told you to call us back, or they're the one who scheduled the appointment. I said, ma'am, I'm just telling you what the lady told me. She said she was going to call y'all, and she suggested I call y'all. I said, I'm caught in the middle. I said, I'm the one that doesn't have my eyeglass prescription. I'm the one that's making all these phone calls, and y'all should be working this out. That's why y'all here.
Exactly.
So it's always, well, I'm going to pass this on to my supervisor. They'll give you a call, and I don't hear from nobody. So, yeah, I agree. Sometimes, you know, it makes you wonder how good free is. Exactly right.
And I'm saying now, how did they get theirs and the base ain't got theirs? You know? And I'm like, so I went over there. I said, well, you're going to get you another one. They told me, yeah, we got it. I went up there, got one of the little sticky notes on back order. It'll be in next Wednesday. I'm like, oh, give me a break. Man. let me get up out of here. The little sister was back there. I was like, yeah, you know, I said, once upon a time, I fantasize about volunteering over here, but I think not. Because some of the stuff I wanted to say, I know some of these folks be saying it up in here. And so I was like, nah. She said, well, I haven't run into one yet, but I've heard about them. Oh, yeah. So I guess I ain't going to complain.
Yeah, I'm sort of the same way. It could be worse, and I could be going through that and paying for it. So
exactly.
I'm the same way. I just deal with it. Just deal with it.
Because some of these prices that I see on these medications, I'm like, thank God I ain't got to pay all that, man.
Yeah, I tell you, I just wonder sometimes how people pay for it. And I know most of the people who have insurance, you know, that cost is nowhere near what they end up paying. But people who don't have it, yeah, I think the same thing. How could they ever really afford that?
Yeah. You know, and sometimes as the story goes, it's the difference between medicine and food. Which one you're gonna do?
That's for sure. That's for sure.
So yeah. So hey, brother, I ain't know nothing about it till I was sitting there online and Ron said, "Did you hear about TD Jakes?" I'm like, "Nah, what?" Man, this dude got tied up with Diddy some kind of way. And one of the little captions in there said he was, what was it? He was the boss of the bottom or something like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man.
No, I ain't heard that.
I hadn't either, man. I got up there and then because she was looking at it on her phone. I was like, damn. So I just punched in TD Jakes and there it was right there. He's supposed to been big time buddies with Diddy. Was at some of them parties. I'm like, what your old ass doing at a Diddy party? What? Well, I'll take that back because Diddy's ass is old too. What the hell he doing? And that girl Cassie that exposed him was exposing a lot of stuff. But they said, yeah, TD Jakes, boy, just busting the bubble of all these black folks for trying to deitize these folks from the black love to the preachers. And all these preachers turning out to be gay, you know?
No, I hadn't heard that. I hadn't heard that. Matter of fact, you say that I was listening to the radio this morning. They played a gospel song that they said was a TD Jakes song, and I'm like, I didn't know he even had songs out like that he played on the radio. But they was supposedly him and somebody else, a female, was singing, but it was supposedly his song. I guess he was on it somewhere. But no, I ain't heard about that.
Yeah, man. I was like, I told Roslyn, I said, you can't believe everything you see on the internet. Because I'm sure if that was supposed to be true, that would have been breaking news, I would think. But it was definitely on there.
Yeah.
Something about I can't remember exactly what it said, but anyway, it said it's like the boss of the bottom. I'm like, oh, somebody said on there, I can't believe he tuned it up like that. I told Rob, I said, well, you know what they used to call, what did they used to call him? The beard. I said, he got grown children and a wife. I said, but I guess he had some secret desires there.
Boy, I tell you.
These people revering the wrong things.
Yeah. Well, I think sometimes, people tend to put blind faith in people, and that's just exactly what they are. They're a human just like you are, and even though they have a professed knowledge of religion and things of that nature, that don't mean by any means that they're perfect people.
That's right.
And
one
these days in time, it's it don't take much for people to drop a dime on you either.
You ain't lying. That's what it's all about. That one girl's on there talking about she's glad to be the third baby mama for old boy down there that played at the Carolina Panthers, the old stupid ass wearing them Batman uniforms, Cam Newton. She's like,
oh,
yeah, she's some comedian. I watched her on there today. She said, oh, don't look at me funny. She's standing on there in one of his old Carolina jerseys, big old stomach out there. He's like, don't feel sorry for me. He said, y'all sitting up here being judgmental, talking about how could she do that? She said, let her rich whisper to you. Hey, she already talking about 100,000. Yeah, you can't do it. So yeah, and she's right because that's all it's about is money anyway.
Oh yeah,
that's all it's about.
Yeah, I mean, you can almost tell that just from all these baby mamas that these guys have and stuff. You know it ain't about love.
You know it's not.
Because they got 3 or 4 more on the side besides you.
Yeah. And they're all Insta hoes.
Yeah.
And I was looking at another picture today. And what's the boy's name? Boy, I'm so terrible with names anymore. The one that hurt Russell Westbrook's knee that time. He played with the Clippers and the Bulls. God, dog, what's his name? Little old dude.
I know who you're talking about. I can't think of his name either.
Yeah. They showed him walking out of his. They showed his I don't know how many $100,000, $1 million little condo with his little snow bunny on his arm. I'm like, Negro, if you didn't have money, she wouldn't be nowhere near you. Y'all fooling yourself. Y'all think y'all, you know, because you can shop at a nice store now. You thinking you believe that mirrors tell the whole story. You know, you just all grinning and going on.
Yeah. Well, you know, you see that a lot of times where you you look at yourself and you said, yeah, if you weren't an athlete and you had some money, they wouldn't have gave you a second of the day, more or less time of the day.
You know it.
You know, and you know that's the only reason they with them. You know, you see that all the time. Yeah, I don't know. Just I don't know. Like I said, I think a lot of it they see the dollar bills. Now you can look past the mug and all that if they got some dollar bills going with them.
Oh yeah,
you know?
That's the same reason. That's the same reason these little young girls with these big pot-bellied old ass men, because he got money.
Money.
That's what that is. They ain't looking for no love. We gonna ride this horse as long as we can. Get all we can.
Yeah. They was talking about that. I told myself I got to remember to ask Rodney what his thoughts on. I said, us old school guy with this new school problem. They had this scenario where this brother and sister was together. She was fine. I mean, she was fine as frog hair, as they say. And he said that they was struggling, paying the bills and everything, but they was making it. But they always talk about how they could get more money. They said that she came in and told him that a friend of hers told her that she had one of those fan only pages. She was making, what'd she say, $3,000 or $4,000 a month on her fan only page. And the guy was like, well, I know what they do on them fan only pages, she said, well, she told me, well, I would just be wearing, some of the lingerie that you bought me and just stuff like that. And it was like, well, okay. What would you do if your girl came in and told you that she, had a chance to make some more money and y'all need some more income coming in by having one of those fans only pages and being on there, in lingerie and all that kind of stuff. And I don't know if some of them are on there naked too, or they just in lingerie.
They selling ass too. Yeah. They doing it all.
And I said, like they say a lot of times, is that one of those slippery slopes where you start out, like you say, just on video, on the camera, doing your thing, and then all of a sudden, I guess when you go on there, you can type messages to them and say, do this or turn this way or that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I said, well, what happens when, one of those people that's on your, fan only pages, text you and say, well, if you want to make even more money, we can hook up, I said, that's the thing that I said I would be very much concerned about is where does it end?
It don't. You actually, you paving your way out the door, because all it's going to be is one good proposition. Hey, I'll fly you out to Vegas. Meet me out there. Your ass is gone.
Yeah.
And that right there is like, what was that show I saw? But anyway, it basically comes down to people are as loyal as the opportunities that they have. Hey, she got the opportunity. Hey, he gonna fly me out there and give me $50,000. Well, I don't need that buster over there.
Yeah.
I go out there and get that money for me.
And then I guess you're always gonna have those doubts about, okay, where is the relationship and the love versus the money? Because I mean, you could easily say, hey, no, I know we're struggling. I'll go get an extra job. I'll do this or that. We ain't going that way because, like you say, I don't want every man in the world looking at my stuff. No, that's why I'm with you, because you're, I want you. I don't want everybody in the world seeing that. But I guess there are husbands and boyfriends and significant others.
Well, there ain't no
Don't have a
love.
problem with it.
There ain't no love there. This is convenience. All of
Well, that's
it.
what I'm saying.
Yeah. That's all
Right.
convenience. Don't nobody. All it takes, like I said, hey, I'll fly you out to Vegas, $50,000. Choo, be gone. You know, I'm like, nah, I can't. Now, if we ain't together, we just hooking up. Hey, I just want my turn.
Well, yeah, and that's what I'm saying. You know, if it's a committed relationship, that's one thing. But if it's just like I say, if it's just sort of a booty call and we together just to be together, then yeah, you gonna bring in some extra ducats? Oh yeah, no problem.
That's it. That's what I'm talking about. But these folks look for the easy way out on everything, man. And it's all self gratification, man. It ain't no, you ain't thinking about the relationship because there ain't no relationship. So
that's for sure.
Next,
and I've been noticing something too. Cause like I say, I still get all these booty reels on my Facebook page.
Man, you too, and and I'll be like, let me get off of here, and then I scroll on down, see what's next.
I still get them on my. But something that I've noticed, and I said, is it just me? But it seemed like, I don't know if they're making these, these stretchy pants and shorts or whatever that way. But it seemed like now they got their stuff all up in their booty cracks.
Oh man, they got that camel toe showing, bro.
I'm like,
all of that.
It seemed like back in the day, it just was tight fitting kind of thing. But I mean, these are almost like somebody took their hand and just stuck it up in their booty crack, I say, well, maybe that's the thing now. I mean, I don't know.
There sure be a lot of them on there.
I tell you.
I'm like, where are all these heifers at? I mean, and then they turn around in the front, and some of the stuff is so thick down there, boy. I was like, good God Almighty, that thing will eat you up, man.
I tell you, and once again, I mean, I don't know if if they are with somebody or they're single or whatever, but I'd be thinking the same thing. I said, that don't leave a whole lot, to the imagination. And they all got pages, that's how they're on there,
Exactly.
And I'm just thinking, it makes you wonder what all actually is going on behind the scenes. If it's somebody that's just trying to, to me, it ain't about just sort of showing yourself. You're on there for a reason.
Oh yeah.
I think you're trying to make a way one way or the other. And I'm like, I guess that's just this modern social media.
I guess so. Well, they got some older ones on there that be looking still good. I'm like, damn. You can tell she got some age on her. Boy, she wearing the hell out that swimsuit.
Yeah. There's one that popped up on mine. It's probably been a couple of months ago. And she's older, but I mean, she even has, gray hair. I mean, pretty much all gray and stuff, but she is very nice.
Yeah.
And she, I don't know if the guy on there is her husband, or if they were like, almost like they were posing for pictures, and they both were, he had gray hair and everything, and she had some, but yeah, she was very nice. Now, I don't know how old, I don't remember seeing anything about how old she was. I mean, she could be somebody that's really younger, who's just using, dyeing their hair gray to make them look older. Like, I'm older because I got this gray hair, but really I ain't. I'm a lot younger than you think I am. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I saw her on there a month or so back. But it's just so easy these days to do those kind of things because social media is so prevalent now.
Yeah, it is. And I don't know when it happened, but all of a sudden, a whole lot of friends that I used to have on there are like gone, and now I'm getting new requests, and I'm like, I don't redo the new ones because I've done that before, and then it'd be somebody that got in on their account.
Yeah.
And so I just ignore it. But all of a sudden now I'm getting all these. What do they say? This is for you. I'm like, I ain't asked for this.
Yeah. Most of them are usually scams. I'm the same way, and there's been a few people who've even, sent out like a group email and say, I've been hacked, don't accept any friend requests from me. There's been a few people who've done that. And I see a lot of times I'll see those posts where people will say, supposedly Facebook has some kind of algorithm where they only go to 25 people. But if you do this, it'll go to all your friends. And I know Kathy did that one time. I asked her if she saw any changes. She said, well, it seemed like after I did it, there was a couple of people's posts that I saw that I hadn't seen in a while, but it wasn't like I was getting all hundreds of different people. I hadn't been part of my posts. So I don't know if that's true or not, but I see that a lot,
I did it one time. I've even seen people post like, this is BS. Yeah, I did it. It ain't nothing never happened. So I ignore it all. When I get on Facebook, I'm just passing my time. I hardly ever say anything other than happy birthday or if there's something direct related to somebody, because I'll even have people that I'm friends with up there. Well, they won't be up there on that little panel to your right. Then all of a sudden I'll see something from them. I'm like, oh, no, I'm friends with them. And so but I just don't say a whole bunch anymore. This stuff is so jerry-rigged. I know a couple of people on there. Boy, your identity could be stolen so easily, from baby pictures to telling everywhere you done live to the whole 9 yards. They could recreate a whole new you just based on that information.
Yeah. There's like I say, there's just some people that seem like almost like they live on Facebook, and everything they do, whether they're going out to eat, whether they don't matter what, they always taking a picture, posting, taking a picture, posting. I just never got into all that stuff, I never did. I was laughing the other day. I saw a thing on there. Have you seen that thing called slap fighting?
Yeah.
I saw one the other day where they slowed the camera down. And man, I ain't never seen nobody's face make. I was like, God, it looks so bad when they slow it down.
Yeah. Is that the one where they had to help the dude?
Yeah.
He didn't even get to slap it back. Boy. He was out.
I'm thinking, goodness, why would you want to? And I saw one that it was two girls.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, two girls.
No, I hadn't seen that one.
Man, why would you want to sit there and let somebody just rear back and slap it out of you? I just never understood that.
Are you so unathletic that you got to create something that you call a sport? I'm like, man, that's going to give you a concussion?
I guess I'm like, is there money in it? Are they making that kind of good money that they do it? Because I don't know why else you would do that.
I don't either, man. It makes no sense. But yeah, I saw that boy. That dude was laying on that table. He was like, they had to hold on because he's about to crumble.
Yeah.
I mean, anybody hit me that hard, I got to hit him back.
Anybody hit me that hard, I'm gonna shoot him. I ain't gonna hit him back. I'm gonna shoot him. If they ain't knocked me out, I'm gonna shoot him.
Oh, it was funny. I laughed out loud. I was like, "What are you laughing at? They come and see this." Yeah, he knocked the hell out of him.
Yeah, he did. I said, man, I guess. But, obviously there's some kind of, draw for it, because they were in some kind of little, I don't know if it was a club or arena or something. Yeah. It's like, I guess there's an audience out there for this. How much money would it take for you to stand up and let somebody slap you in the face as hard as they can? I don't think there's that much money in the world. Well, I mean, I guess if it was enough, I might do it as long as I could recover. Probably would have a concussion the rest of my life, but oh well. We hope you enjoyed this edition. Please join us next time for Old Fools Talking Old School. Until then, this is Mickey G. Peace.